get help, get backup, ring the ambulance, get everyone down here because we're in a very bad situation.
We're in the tower and we get a call from Bronte over the radio.
Go ahead, Bronte, this is Bondi.
Could you get the jet ski over here? We got someone right at the back of the pool and we're not sure what's going on, but there's someone trying to drag someone on a board.
We're prepping the jet ski to take over to Bronte, but there's not a lot of information at this stage.
We only just noticed the guy run out there and he's waving. There's someone on the board trying to get him on a board, so it's pretty, could be a resus, we're not sure yet.
Johnny, did you see that signal that Jesse just gave you then?
We're closely monitoring the radio and Jesse's just given the 3 pulls of the chain.
Get help, get backup, ring the ambulance, get everyone down here because we're in a very bad situation.
The last reports are that we've got an unconscious patient in the water, so the quicker we get there, the better off we are. It's 2 Ks to Bronte, and we're going to have to fly to get there.
The boys are, mate, they're halfway to Mackenzie's Point on the jetty. The 2 Graham brothers are going to be arriving, so yeah, mate, that's it so far.
So we've just come around the point at Tamarama. We've gone flat stick, got Kobe on the back, we're bouncing over chops. We still don't know at this stage if the patient's dead or alive. As we approached Bronte, I could see the boys waving and we gradually eased off on the throttle. And when we pulled up, I just seen the look on their face and I could just tell that something wasn't right. Their facial expressions were just like they'd been defeated. I knew that this person wasn't going to be alive.
Yeah, just get a bottle of central. Looks like we've got a deceased one, but we're going to bring him in.
That's sad.
All his face is bleeding really bad too.
Body retrievals are never easy, you know, and
So it's not a rush.
I tried to settle all the boys. I just said, okay, you know, we had to make a call. We weren't going to work on this patient because he was obviously been in the water for a long time.
What about his other hand? Pass the other hand. No, his other hand.
You all right, Johnny?
Pretty much.
Fortunately enough, Robbo, the oldest lifeguard amongst us, made the decision to grab the body and bring it up onto the mat, and Kobe gave him a hand, and it wasn't a pleasant sight.
Jet ski to Bronte. Guys, can you organise a towel or something? We're going to have to cover the patient up. We bring him in.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty emotional sort of thing, but you've got to try and block them out so you can think straight and carry out the job as smoothly as you can.
That's a dark end to a beautiful day.
He's naked as well, but he's got rigor set neck. He's pretty stiff, so he might have been there for a while.
The first person to come across the body was a young clubby from Bronte, Diego.
I saw the body floating. He's in the water. I started waiting for you guys here, but I couldn't see anyone, so I decided to put him on my board. I was just thinking about his family, his mom, his dad. Yes, it's pretty bad.
It wasn't a good sight, but this is what comes with our job. Sometimes we've got to do stuff like that.
Lucky we didn't send Taco around.
When we got back to the beach at Bondi, Taco was there to give us a hand to wheel the jet ski up the beach.
You didn't miss there's stuff you don't want to be exposed to. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I've done something major.
You haven't missed anything, mate. It's not something you want to go to. You know, if you can avoid it, you want to avoid it, you don't want to go there.
Me and Kerbox were just passing a bit of time, going through the middle set of flags, watching the water.
Pretty young.
There's a lady having a fit over here.
An ambulance. We've got a lady having a fit. Just in front of us, about 30 metres up the beach. She might run up there now.
It's so crowded, we didn't know where we were going or what we were about to face. The lady looks to be in her 60s. She's clenching her teeth and she was foaming at the mouth, and it was pretty confronting. Hello, darling. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Look, apparently ladies had a fit. The boys can't give me any details as yet because they're working on her. I don't even know if she's conscious yet.
I
She's got a pulse, she's sweet. She'll come in a sec.
In any situation where someone's unconscious, you know, your blood's pumping, your adrenaline's rushing, you're not a doctor, you don't know what's going on, you just sort of assess the situation how it is.
Is there any relatives or anything with her? No.
Bad. She was turning on her stomach.
How long had she been laying there?
Since we got here, but she only just started having the fit now. Like 5 minutes before you came, we saw her shaking.
When someone's having a seizure, really you've got to mainly try to make sure they don't hurt themselves in any other way. We would check and make sure they've got a real strong pulse. And we were just trying to comfort her and we were trying to get some oxygen into her because it was a very hot day.
You might grab your umbrella. You're amazing if you could do that.
Essential, Harry.
Going through a bag to find medication, epileptic pills, see if she's a diabetic, she'll be in a diabetic coma.
Essential, Harry. Just did I have to hear the ambo coming? Yeah, at this stage she's still like deep in a sleep. She's breathing fine. Pulse is 76.
When situations like this happen, unfortunately we get a ring of death, is what we call it, when a big crowd of people surround us, and it's very hard to work in those conditions because you try and look after the patient and, you know, it gets a bit claustrophobic because everyone's come rushing in to try to see what we're doing.
Harry, I've just got the riot squad police down here. They're going to give us a hand with the...
Yeah, coffee, beer, fantastic. That'd be great.
We're trying all kinds of things. We're trying to communicate with this lady.
Open your eyes for me, mate. Hello, it's the ambulance.
We started to get some kind of reaction, but then things just went completely pear-shaped.
Back off.
Well, I was really upset about the whole scenario. I felt so sorry for her. She's had a seizure, it's hot, she's in this massive crowd, and she's woken up, and there was 2 or 3 of us in uniform with the paramedics there, and it would have been horrible for her.
It's all right, it's all right. It's all right, Dallas.
The big shock was she came to, she regained consciousness, and then we realised she was deaf.
What's your name?
It's pretty distressing, you know, but you obviously got to stay calm.
Let's try and work out a way of getting her up the beach.
Yeah.
You know, you feel helpless at times. You know, I've had a lot of things happen over the years, but this situation was something we hadn't dealt with before. It was becoming really hard to deal with. Well, ultimately, the paramedics needed the police assistance because they couldn't leave this poor lady on her own in that situation, and they had to take her to hospital. You know, I just wanted to let the public know that we're there for the lady and we're there to try to help her.
Well, they had a duty of care, I think, that they had to see through. So, unfortunately, even though she didn't want to go with them, she had to.
Because if something was to happen to her, well, there's a neglect there. And it's just not right in today's society. You can't do that.
We never actually found out what was wrong with the lady, but at least we know she's in great hands with the paramedics and she's going to get a thorough check out at the hospital.
We're approached by some members of the public and a guy was sort of, I think there's someone in trouble down there. You just started feeling a bit off in the water and swam in?
Yeah, I was feeling fine on the first lap and then I started coming back and I went, oh, going on.
So you've never had this problem before?
Yeah.
And is it getting any worse?
I just feel shit.
His name was Kurt. He was 54 years old and he was complaining of chest pain.
Can you call an ambulance? Got a guy down here having a possible heart attack.
His arms had a bit of pain and he had pins and needles in his hands, so start ringing alarm bells.
We've got the defib whip. Yeah, mate, bring it down.
Swings lats to bay. He's come in, got chest pain sort of right in the middle, bit of tingling in the fingers. That's the most comfortable position for him. Really deep, slow breath.
Ambo's on the way, boys.
Slowly get you onto your back. What we're going to do is apply the defib machine.
The defib is a piece of equipment that shocks the heart back into a normal rhythm. You know, the worst case scenario is we're going to have to zap this guy back to life.
Try and relax there.
We're actually trained not to put the pads on straight away, but all the signs and symptoms were there. You know, it was a really big chance that he was possibly going to have an arrest.
You feeling a bit better? Mate, have you got anyone you'd like to get us to contact at all?
I've been given your number. I believe it's either could be your husband. Yeah, he's down here at Bondi and he's being treated for a suspected heart attack.
Just seeing if someone could drop down another oxy, just in case this ambo doesn't get down here in time. Yeah, copy.
It was quite nerve-wracking because 3 or 4 of us were just standing there just waiting, anticipating the worst was about to happen. The ambulance has arrived now, so hopefully we can get him to hospital pretty quick.
Describe the pain for me.
He's got central chest pain, he's short of breath, he's clammy, he doesn't look well.
Oh God, I'm starting to go out.
Pardon?
Where's that?
Faint?
Was he breathing
Open
really
your eyes.
quick, guys, before? If he stopped breathing and his heart stopped pumping, he's in cardiac arrest.
Help. Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient.
Get that on for me.
Yeah, come on. He just passed out then.
Yeah.
His hands are going.
Wait, just analyse.
Advised.
Everyone clear?
Press shock 1 delivered. It is safe to touch the patient.
All right. Someone
Begin CPR now.
Someone get on the chest. Someone get on the chest.
Yeah, I'll get on.
Continue. Continue for 1 minute 45 seconds.
We get oxygen, please. Someone.
You've got this guy's life in your hands. It's like right there in front of you. You want to make sure that he goes home to his wife and kids.
Continue for 1 minute.
2.
Continue for 1 minute 15 seconds.
His heart's not functioning and he's not breathing, so his body's got no sign of life.
Continue.
It's a strange feeling pushing into someone's chest. You know you have to push really hard and go fast, but it is scary.
How you feeling, guys?
Yep, switch up this.
I'll come in.
Doing compressions is hard work. You get tired, so I took over from Troy after about 2 or 3 cycles.
You know, he went into this fit and it was terrible to witness because, you know, I hadn't seen that before.
Now that's going to happen with the brain not receiving enough oxygen.
Kurt? Can you hear me? Kurt? Hello? Okay.
Just stop for a sec.
Stop. Okay, buddy.
Doing good, mate.
He's breathing on his own. It's good.
Out of nowhere, bang, his eyes open. It was just like, oh, thank God.
All right, we've got a sharps here. How you going up there, Louise? Are you all right?
Yeah, he's good. He's breathing on his own.
He was conscious and alert when he came to us. The ambulance was down here within 5 minutes, so there has been a really good response time and all precautions have been taken. So just, I don't want you to panic or anything, and I will keep you updated along the way as best I can, okay?
How you feeling?
I'll go out and
Have you still got pain in your chest? Continue with that for a sec. Beautiful. Once he went into arrest on the beach, a second ambulance has to be called, an IC paramedic, basically because they have a lot more skills than what qualified ambulance officers have. Once he's stabilised, we need to get out of there ASAP. As lifeguards, they've done their bit. As paramedics, we've done our bit. The next step is for the doctors and nurses to probably do an angiogram, see what sort of blockages there are and whatever the scenario is.
When anybody comes back to the tower after we've worked on them, you know, it gets quite emotional because, you know, 1 minute you're seeing him in probably the worst situation they could possibly be in, and next minute they walk through the door.
Hey, how you going?
G'day, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Are you the guys that saved my life?
I'm one of.
Doctors have said basically if you hadn't wired me up like that, I wouldn't be here.
What surgery did you?
Oh, they just put a balloon in it. Like there's no stent or anything. They just had to go in and it was amazing when they hit the clot and just sucked it out. And as soon as, because I was in so much pain, mate, it was like having a jackhammer, you know. And as soon as they sucked that out, instantly, it was like, oh, the pain's gone. It was like, wow.
It also said that if it hadn't been for you guys, Kurt's condition would be a lot worse. So he's had minimal damage to his heart, which has been really
I'll come out of it like I'm the luckiest guy alive. I'm no doubt about it at the moment. For you guys and everyone else.
It means a lot to us to be able to see the people that we get back.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. You know, really, really appreciate it.
Luke and Terry race down. Maxie backs up with a defibrillator. Lifeguards have no idea what's happened.
What's going on? We're already on the shoreline. Oh, they've already got him on the shore.
How do we miss that?
A 13-year-old girl nearly drowned at South Bondi. Lifeguards arrive after she's been dragged from a rip.
Who's with this girl?
I'm her mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't get out to her. They were told to stay here.
Maxie monitors her pulse. The girl is in shock and may have taken in water.
Young Lydia here has gone for a swim. She's down here with 9 other kids, is that right? And she's got caught in this southern rip here. And like that, she's not almost drowned.
My daughter was swimming with her cousins, all teenagers. Told to stay here, don't listen. She got washed out further.
Bring him up to speed. I'd like to get an ambulance to check her out.
Mate, just stand by. The chick's stable, we've got her on oxygen. She's a bit tired and a bit of shock, but I think we'll get an ambulance just to get her checked out. She's 13 years old, girl.
Luckily, former lifeguard George was surfing nearby.
Yeah, no, because that's where now I thought it was a resus for sure. The way she walked, you know.
Because she was really panicking. Yeah. I said, "You're all right, darling. Got you. You're okay." And
how far out we were?
But when I picked her up,
just in a little rip on there behind here, right?
End rock.
Lydia and her family come from Sydney's west. Living 50 kilometres from the coast, they rarely come to the beach.
You've got 10 kids here.
Yeah, because I've got their nieces and that too. They're all older.
All right, yeah. This end of the beach it's a surfing end and it's also littered with rips. We found out the hard way why we want people to swim in the flags. Okay.
Sure, right? Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much.
You saved a life, mate. Very lucky. Yeah, cheers, mate. All the best, though. Thank you.
It's our job. It's not a good feeling. I'm not heaps stoked about it.
That was pretty close to drowning as I'd like to get. And if it wasn't for the surfer, I'd hate to think how that might have ended up. So, yeah, a big thank you to the board riders at Bondi for that assist.
After a night of observation, Lydia was discharged from hospital.
We got notified up in the tower by a member of the public that there might have been someone in trouble in the flags.
A Bondi Rescue crew member confirms the sighting. Beardy and Mouse race from the tower, carrying the medikit and defibrillator.
Can I get an ambulance here ASAP where they've just dragged someone out of the water?
We need the ambulance, we need all the boys on scene to get this one, because this is a drowning.
Water froths from his lungs and obstructs his airway.
I'm just going to give him a bit of a pump here. We need to establish an airway, and we do have a Goodell airway.
Yeah, let's roll him.
Our Goodell holds the patient's tongue down so they don't choke on their tongue, and it opens a clear airway for us to continue EAR on. He started draining and I knew we had an airway.
Get that defib on him.
Lifeguards attach the defibrillator. If the man's heart stops beating, he will be given an electric shock to restart his heart. If a shock is administered, anyone touching the patient will be electrocuted as well.
Stop CPR. Stop now.
Gonna analyze.
Do not touch the patient.
My guys, just hands off.
Analyzing.
Hands off. I have to
Do
leave.
not touch the patient. No shock advised.
Okay, we're gonna roll it back again.
Okay, just wait. To help drain water from the man's lungs, lifeguards place him in the recovery position.
Mate, if you can hear us, squeeze your right hand, buddy.
Can you hear us?
Buddy, squeeze that right hand.
No, 45 seconds.
Just keep draining that water out of him. Can you feel the pulse?
You keep going. I'm just concentrating.
Faintly. Okay, he's got a pulse.
I want that on.
The man was found floating between the flags, the safest part of the beach.
Just try to not far out. Yeah, just by himself though, yeah? Yeah.
Beardy notices a telling injury.
He was blood on his head. Guys, I'm a bit worried. I want to put this neck collar on him,
Yeah, definitely. Let's try and straighten up his spine.
Lifeguards suspect he's possibly suffered a spinal injury. New recruit Mario is sent to the tower to recover the spinal cord. It's the first resuscitation he's been involved in.
The adrenaline, I drive as fast as I could. I start moving people in front of me.
What do you need, brother?
Yeah, possible.
Does anyone over there know this gentleman?
Analyzing. No shock advised. It is safe.
Lifeguards must keep the man alive until paramedics take over.
Bondi Central to the boys.
I just rung back to the Ambo, but Ambo is still at Ramwick.
Okay, copy that. He's breathing, but he's unconscious at the moment. So, yeah, we give you a post day. Thank you.
Hole 67, 71, 83, it's rising, which is good. Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's worth rolling him, putting the neck collar on, coming back over?
On 3, Mouse, you can drop that for a second. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Good work, good work, good work.
We took him out of the recovery position because there were signs of life. He was responsive to us, he was squeezing our hands, and we were happy with the clear airway that we had with the Goodell.
Mate,
can you open your eyes for us? You can open your eyes. Okay, that's good. I know it's hard, mate. You need to try and just take a big, deep breath. Calm down for us.
If the man has a spinal injury, moving him is risky, but lifeguards must prioritise his airway.
You need to spit out,
Vomit, mate. Need to vomit, vomit.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Spit it out, mate.
Spit it out.
Analysing.
Guys, can you move out of the way so the ambulance can get down here, please? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Out of the way.
It was a big relief to have the paramedics turn up and take over.
All right, have we got any straps for this ball? Yep.
Yeah, they're on that.
We'll clip them in right now.
What happened to the man is a mystery. The first person to spot him in the water was a nearby swimmer.
We was playing with my son on the waves, and we saw him facing down, and we saw that he was holding the breath. And we looking for a little while, and he didn't move. And after that, making like convulsions, and I just touched him, and he didn't respond, and I just turned around. He tried to breathe, but I think he got a lot of water on the lungs, and that's why he couldn't breathe. And after we put it on the side, he started breathing, but with difficulty.
Okay, everybody on 3, 1, 2, 3, lift. Yep. So mate, you've got to really try and
keep your head straight.
Well, heaps of things can cause him to be unconscious in the water. It could be a medical illness, it could have been ran into someone, knocked unconscious. He left the beach alert, conscious, probably with a bit of water in him, but I think that he was a very lucky man that situation went the way it did.
From what we know, there was no friends or family around, so at the moment he's just a mystery man.
The fact that no one knows who he is, and up to this point we really don't know what happened, is it's a bit of a sad story. It just would be nice to, just work something out. Because at the moment I feel a bit like lost with it all, Get him in the car.
After extensive medical treatment, the man's condition stabilised. The mystery surrounding his identity is also solved, and James was reunited with concerned relatives and loved ones.
Attention all swimmers, due to the dangerous, very dangerous conditions here, we are closing the beach. So please return to shore.
It's rare that Bondi's closed. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 days a year we'll close the beach completely. And today's one of those days. It's just all happening.
The beach might be closed, but remarkably, swimmers ignore lifeguards' warnings.
Mate, we've got a big crowd of people swimming right up here in front of us where we are, you can see.
The beach is closed. We can only tell you so many times not to go in the water, so just a bit of common sense. If you want to have a swim, go to a swimming pool. Guys, it's dangerous. It doesn't get much more dangerous than this.
Bondi Central box, straight out. See the guy, he's got a snorkel on. That's all we need now, eh? Thanks, Mel. I'm on my way.
Bizarrely, a man has tried to go snorkelling in the massive surf.
He's getting smoked, mate.
Kerbox battles out on his 10-kilo rescue board.
He's in trouble. He's actually panicking. Bondi Central, the boys. I reckon this guy's taken a fair bit of water already.
Kerbox struggles to reach an exhausted swimmer. Hoppo backs up. Despite being back in shallow water, the man panics.
I got you. I got. No,
I got you, mate. Relax.
Stand up.
He's there.
I'll be out of water. I love you guys. Talk.
Yeah, go, Bob.
He's got a bit of water, mate. You maybe get an ambush for you, Mick?
All right, mate. Just keep your eyes open if you can, mate. Keep looking at us. What's your name?
Lifeguards ventilate the man with oxygen.
Mohammed. You're doing good, buddy.
Mohammed is from Bankstown, 25 kilometres inland. He's learned a brutal lesson about the fury of the sea.
Feel better pretty soon, all right?
Despite the potentially fatal incident on the closed beach, thousands still crowd the water.
These guys are swimming in front. Guys, you're going too far out. Come on, guys. I don't know what's going on out here. Just listen to the lifeguards. You cannot go too far out or you're going to get in trouble. Just pulled a guy out of the water. If you want to be the next victim, then go ahead. Borderlining stupidity being out there. I don't understand why you need to go out so far.
I just pulled him out. He's taking a bit of water.
After nearly drowning, Mohammed refuses to go to hospital. Lifeguards and paramedics can't force him, but if he's taken too much water into his lungs, disregarding medical attention could be lethal.